In this video, we're going to talk about a layer that we have on our Smart Fishing Spots app that's going to help you navigate an area, and also it's going to help you find some spots, and I want to get right into it. It's going to be called our Marine Charts layer. And let's go to the map and I'll show you how to use that. If you go to the layers chart, you'll click on that and bring up the Marine Chart layer. It's going to auto-populate in there depending on where you are on the map, so make sure and center that map to the location that you want. We'll close that out. Now, one thing I won't let you know is a lot of people have a Marine Chart layer available to them. But what I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you how we can take our Marine Chart layer and we can layer that with other layers that we have so you can find places to catch fish. Maybe some places you didn't know about before, or maybe even nobody knows about. So let's go over the Marine Chart layer and then I'll show you how you can layer these up to find these spots. So if you're not familiar with what a Marine Chart is, think of it as a roadmap for the waterways. So if you're out there, you're not familiar with an area, this helps you decide where you can go and where you can't. So we're going to go ahead and zoom on in and take a look at this. Now, anytime that you see this light area with these dots in it, that's a dredged area, super deep. You don't have to worry about navigating there. Matter of fact, this is where your large cruise ships can go in and out of. And then these numbers right here represent the depth in that area. And as you notice, you closer to the shore, the smaller these numbers get, and then you get all the way up to really some shallow water. The green is areas where it can be exposed during low tide. So if you see any green area, more than likely you're probably going to be able to see that at the bottom of the tide. You're actually going to see the bottom. You can look on the map wherever you want to see if this is a place that you can go. You've got your channel markers right here. You've got your obstruction markers right here. Even on bridges, they'll let you know what the clearance is, so how high that bridge is, so you can see if your boat will actually fit underneath them. Now, what I want to do is go ahead and show you how you can combine this with other layers that we have to help you find some spots that you might not know of. So let's go back to the inlet right here. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the Marine Chart layer for now. I'm going to turn on the shaded relief, and this is a 3D image of what the bottom looks like. If I click on that, I can actually look at high res. So you can see here that we've got a lot of interesting looking bottom right here. We've got a ridge right there, and then we've also got all these little inclusions right here. These are great spots to look for fish. Now, the only problem is sometimes you don't really get a visual reference to where these spots are. This is where stacking that Marine Chart is going to help you out. So we can click on and turn on that Marine Chart, but if you notice that it actually, all you can see is the Marine Chart. But with all our layers, we actually have an opacity layer that we can pull that down. So now we can actually have the Marine Chart on top of the shaded relief. And now we get a visual reference of where everything is at. So we've got these two channel markers right here. And as you can tell, we've got that ridge, we've got that bottom, it's right between these two channel markers. So now it's going to be a little bit easier to find. And then what we can do is we can actually pull up our tools button, pull up our distance measure, and we can see from this channel marker to this ridge over here, it's about 1/8 of a mile. So it gives you kind of a visual reference and maybe a mental reference of how far away that this ridge is from those channel markers. So that's a really cool feature. Another thing that we can do is, let's go back up to the Marine Chart right here. We're going to pull up that opacity all the way, and let's click on that right there. And when we turn that opacity, if you notice, we've got a little area right here that's raised. It says 35 foot. This is 41 foot. So it gives you an idea there's a high spot in this inlet. And then if we take that same Marine Chart layer and then we pull the opacity all the way down, we notice there's a ridge right there. So we've got a ridge right there, we've got a ridge right there, one right there. These are all places that are great to look for fish. These fish are going to use those as current breaks, as ambush points. This is great stuff. So when you see something like this, it's definitely a place that you want to check out, and it just makes it all easier to find whenever you combine both the Marine Chart and that shaded relief on the bottom. It really gives you a visual reference of what it looks like. Now, the desktop version of this app is great when it comes to pre-trip planning. You can really dissect an area, put some waypoints down and go figure it out. But what's really cool about this is the same information is available on our app on the phone. And if you're out on the water and you need to make some changes, you can do that with the app on the phone. Same stuff is available. Matter of fact, this is the same spot that we're looking at on the desktop with the same features. Now, the Marine Chart function is just one of the layers. We have many layers on here. We've got weather radar. We've got waypoints where you can make a library of waypoints. We've got a catch log. We've got all different kinds of stuff. It's a multifaceted thing. So if this is something that you're interested in, you can check us out at saltstrong.com. It's available there, or you can go to the Google Play or the Apple App Store, and the Smart Fishing Spots app is available on both those platforms. So I really do appreciate you watching, and I hope to see you again soon.